Christina here to listen to some music. And today we have the live version of Life During Wartime by Talking Heads. So I recently did the studio version of Life During Wartime here on the channel, but it was the wrong version. That was a direct request, and they actually requested this live version, and I just goofed and did the studio version instead. So I know that was disappointing, not just to that person, but to a lot of you out there. That's what I saw in the comments. Do the live version, do the live, especially from this one, which is the Stop Making Sense video. I'm still learning more about what that is exactly, but we are here today to right this wrong and get to experience this live video. And also, what are we doing here with this live video? I am a professional, classically trained musician, instrumentalist, vocalist, composer, and professor. So we take a look at all of the little details of the music, how it's composed, the instruments, and maybe what the performer is trying to communicate. With a live video like this, I think we might get a lot out of that part of it. And we can sort of see why we like this stuff, or maybe why we don't. So Roger 432, once again, my apologies. And here's the live version you originally requested. All right, are we ready? Let's watch. Okay, here we go.
Hope for an answer someday. I got 3 passports, couple of visas, don't even know my real name. On the hillside, trucks are loading, everything's ready to roll. Sleep in the daytime, I work in the nighttime. I might not ever get home.
Okay. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be laughing, but hey, that's what it's bringing out in me, and so I'm going to go with it. I know the context of the song. I know it's a serious thing, like the crisis and survival mode within wartime or some kind of issue happening around us. But I'm just enjoying this. If it brings out smiles and laughter, fine, great. Wow, I just feel like I'm watching somebody here just really unafraid to be himself. It's admirable, and it's a little weird, and I kind of love it. He's also getting kind of sweaty, but you know, I guess that's what's going to happen if you're doing an aerobics routine while you're singing a song. Okay, I'm going to back it up just a little bit. I want to see his wiggly wobbly stuff a little bit. It's pretty cool.
I see you up there. I got some groceries, some peanut butter to last a couple of days. But I ain't got no speakers, ain't got no headphones, ain't got no records to play. Why stay in college? Why go to night school? Don't have no different this time. Can't write a letter, I can't send no postcard. I ain't write nothing at all. This ain't no party, this ain't no disco, this ain't no fooling around. I'm gonna hold you, I'm gonna kiss you, but I ain't got time for that now. Trouble in transit, got through the roadblock. We blended in with the crowd. We got computers, we're tapping phone lines. Know that ain't allowed. We dress like students, we dress like housewives, or in a suit and a tie. Changed my hairstyle so many times now. What I look like? You make me shiver, I feel so tender. We make a pretty good team. Don't get exhausted, I'll do some driving. You wanna get you some sleep. Burn all my notebooks, oh my God, notebooks. They won't help me survive. My chest is aching and it burns like a furnace. The burning keeps me alive.
Okay, I don't remember that part. That's really cool. I'm gonna go back and hear that again. Okay, everybody is like, he's completely drenched. I don't know, but he also took a little nap there for a second. Wow. I'm completely mesmerized and kind of baffled, and at the same time completely enjoying myself here. All right, I want to back it up, and I want to hear especially the keyboard, whatever that was coming in, the synthesizer. Very cool stuff. All right, here we go.
My chest is aching and it burns like a furnace. The burning keeps me alive.
That was fantastic. Right up to the end. Anybody have any questions? Oh. Okay, so I'm not laughing necessarily because it was comical, even though it kind of was, but it was just more enjoyable. That was so weird. Oh, but he sure does think outside of the box. I feel like David Byrne is, like, his whole approach to his music making and even his stage performances is thinking outside of the box. What is something that a person can do that no one else would do? Well, how about running around the stage? I love it. Aerobics. Have the whole band do aerobics. Just all of his little moves. He's not doing it to be a show off. He's doing it because it seems right in the moment. It's just what his mind is coming up with. So those weird little whatever he's doing, it seems like it's kind of a signature move for him. That's kind of a weird signature move for someone to have. But yet he has it. So you have to respect it. So what defines what's normal in music? Nothing ever stays the same. And so I just happen to have a pretty thorough education in classical music history. I know there's other world history that I haven't learned about. I would love to fill those gaps in too. I have been able to take a look at Western classical music and see how it has evolved. And there is a distinct evolution. And you can even see, like, this person came up with this in this country in Western Europe, and then it went over to this country in this country. And then you can see how each era is trying to come up with something new. How can you push the boundaries? So this is pushing a new boundary. And to someone who follows the rules of traditional classical music, it's going to be way out there. So when I'm in that mindset, this is a little goofy. But I don't allow myself to be in that mindset, because there have been moments in centuries past where the next new bit of music seems goofy. The first time Beethoven used trombones, goofy. The first time the French overture was played, that was sort of the birth of symphony music as we know it today. Instruments used to just be played to accompany ballet several hundred years ago in France. But then the instruments would play a little overture at the beginning, like a little moment just for the instruments and no dancing. And suddenly people started saying, I guess that's not so weird. What if the orchestra just played a whole concert by themselves with no dancing? And at first people were like, no, that's weird. But eventually they got used to it, right? And look what we have now. So it's all a matter of perspective. It's a matter of allowing the evolution of art to expand how it needs to. So even in today, with the modern day classical music, there's a lot of weird stuff out there. It's very experimental. Some people like it and some people don't. And so this is going to be the same. I believe this is very experimental. It's just in a different genre. There was just as much experimental classical music being composed at the time this came out in the late 70s. Just a different stage. So what I see here is an artist being true to himself and the musicians around with him. So I know it's not just David Byrne. I know it's the whole band. By the way, the bassist, I like her hair. Kind of makes me want to get some bangs because it's kind of similar. You know, I was trying to picture myself up there with that haircut playing the bass, but I'm just watching them kind of wore me out. Oh my goodness. I hope they're all really young with lots of energy. And I mean, how do they do an entire aerobics routine and then also sing? So I'm starting to get an idea of the aesthetic of this group. So I've said before, especially if you go back and watch the studio reaction to Life During Wartime, that I do know two of their songs, Burning Down the House, and the other one now is, because I couldn't remember the name of it last time, but now it's Once in a Lifetime. I know those two songs of theirs. And I can see now, like I almost had trouble almost seeing how the studio version of this song was fitting in with their style. Like it almost seemed a little different. But as I let it soak in more and more and more, I was seeing how I could see those fingerprints and how all three of those songs could be from this group. I totally see it now. And I love it. I love the weirdness. I love the performance. I love all the sweat and the aerobics. I love the synthesizer sound. I love the wiggle wormy stuff. I love it. And again, I know like even some of my classical music colleagues would not dig this as much as I am right now, but perhaps my experience as a composer also leaves my mind open, because in my own composing, I try to come up with these outside of the box ideas. And where that leads me, it's completely an individual personal thing. And this is just where he was led. And I respect that. Okay, So that was the live version of Life During Wartime from the Stop Making Sense video, tour, concert, something. Obviously, I like it. I love the weird. Gotta embrace the weird. And I really do carry a deep respect for the performance art aspect of this. It must have been a fun concert to be there. Probably everyone out there jumping up and down along with them. That's great. All right, so would I put this on a go-to video playlist where I would put it on in the background or sit down or maybe even watch more of this concert, whatever this video is? I need to learn more about what the Stop Making Sense thing is. Yes, absolutely. I want to learn more about this. I want to learn more about the others in the band. I mean, I know a little bit more now about David Byrne, but I also know that he is from Scotland. The others are from the United States. So if you have any suggestions out there on what else I could do, put it in the comments. And do I want to consider, like, I don't know, maybe a Halloween costume or something? Dress like the bassist from Talking Heads. I don't know. Would enough people get that? I don't know. And would I look good in bangs? I don't know. Okay. Well, that's a serious question. That's the question I need to ask David Byrne. Yes, I have a question. Would I look good in bangs? Okay. Well, so I am thankful once again that this was a direct request and that we got the right version. And thank you to all of you for coming along with me on this weird little adventure. It was great. I loved it. And as always, just remember that you don't have to be perfect. Go ahead and be weird and just be okay. And keep listening.